Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Learn Together. I am your host, Kingmaker. Thank you for joining us. Today we have Bonsai here again. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great, man. Just in that lull between Christmas and New Year's.
Not much to do. We're just waiting on the
Yeah.
organization to wrap back around for the new year. So
Yep. Yep.
um, today we've got Duck Soup playing Orianna support. What do you know about Orianna support?
I know that it's possible. It really just depends on your team comp and the lane
Hmm.
itself. But it makes laning really easy for an ADC because Orianna has really good poke. Um, as good, she does have a shield and speeds you up. And once you hit level 5, you can pull off some pretty nasty plays depending on what ADC you're with. But yeah, it's definitely it's possible. So
Gotcha. Yeah. So I went ahead and reviewed this before I brought you in. Um, I'm surprised at how it actually went. The game goes well. I guess you gotta stick around and find out.
yeah,
Let's go ahead and see how it's going. We start with a was that the E
Minions
start?
have spawned.
well, I can't see it. She starts spell tomb, has fallen life, heal. Okay, yeah, so it's more of a
Minions
true
have
support
spawned.
role,
Yep. Start with the
like the
shield.
main carry role. Typical. Just get out ward early.
Would you, as an support, sneak over and try to ward the blue?
You want to pause it or let it go? Yeah, it depends on what the jungler's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the jungler's the most important person in the game because they're the one playing chess with everybody.
Yeah.
So, like, if they're running over toward their blue side, and then they obviously have a plan in mind, so you have to kind of read them and try to help them out because it is solo queue, but there's still 4 other people in the game.
Yeah. Just let me know whenever you're ready to go back again.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, that's why I forgot, but it's still really early. So they've got vision in the bush. This is good. They're staying away from the bush because they don't know what's in there. And he's leashing.
We
They
just
got
got
the lane
spotted
on
on
time.
vision.
Yeah, pop that early spires. This is good. Yep, you just play back. Ideally, like what you want to do against a Kai'Sa is keep the minion wave pushed up, so they're gonna have a chance now. Now that the first wave's pushed up, now they keep farming slow like this. The wave's gonna start crashing up on them. But with Annie and Kai'Sa, they're doing the opposite. But you want to keep a healthy amount of farm in front of you when you're going up against a Nanny Kai'Sa like that. So they have to try to get past the minions to hit you with their skill shots. And,
Yeah, you don't want Annie to land a free Q on you.
yeah. So Orianna is level 3 now, so she should be trying to poke more. Like, she should be throwing her ball out and then bringing it back on
That-
the MF.
That's exactly what I had in the notes because we're sitting here just kind of not using our mana at all. I know it's important to save
Well,
our
we're not
resources.
using our mana. We're not using our mana because they didn't start um, Sapphire Crystal.
Okay.
This is good here. The MF should be trying to position herself to Q the Kai'Sa and the Annie as well. There you go. See, now poke them down.
Are you stepping forward as a support?
With Orianna, yeah. And I'm stepping forward with my ball, but I'm not stepping forward myself.
I think
But
that's
her
what I
cooldowns
wrote down.
are
Put the
so
ball
high right
forward.
now. I mean, she's playing smart. Like, she's not spamming her spells. She's positioning herself properly. Now they're gaining minion advantage. Yee's topside, so they have good pressure here. So now she can put pressure. She'll hit level 5. They clear this this little wave here, and then they had, yeah, MF could have backed with her.
Yeah, and going back, because initially in my notes, do you think this is a weird spot to back? I was 50-50 on it. It felt like it was okay, but they should have backed right there.
You can back there because you're still there fast enough to react if Annie does come up, but I wouldn't have backed there because then you're letting them know that MF is alone now. You either want to recall when they recall, or you want to recall where they don't know where you are, so they assume they recalled, kind of thing.
Yeah, try
because you're giving them, you're letting them know that now they have advantage in the lane. There's two people there, and they can shove the lane up. They can freeze it. So they pushed up so they could get priority here. So the Kai'Sa pushed up so they can get priority here to recall, and then also Annie got a ward out there.
Are you freezing the wave right here?
No, at this point I'm trying to push up, or at least keep the wave meeting in the middle, so that we can rotate for the dragon here. That was bad positioning by MF.
Yep.
That was good on Orianna, focusing the Kai'Sa. She needs to auto attack more.
Something that I've learned, and you might agree with this or you might not, is if the enemy support engages on your AD carry, a lot of times people will engage back on the support. What you need to do is engage back on the AD carry to push them off and stop the play.
Yeah.
We should be definitely attacking your Kai'Sa right there. But yeah, that was a really good shockwave.
Yeah. But she needed to auto attack more because now Annie doesn't have her stun, and so you can be much more aggressive. But this played out well. MF moved back. MF's Q is done. Orianna's super healthy. I would have not run up there into a cannon wave and just rotated over. See, like they should have been rotating over already, like to help Rammus secure that kill. They could have gotten assists off of that. Because Rammus is healthy, and they could have tried to rotate for that, but now Rammus is alone
on Dragon.
On Dragon, which he shouldn't be alone doing that.
Would you have gone over with that low of HP?
No.
No. Call the play off.
Yeah. I mean, that's something like myself I've been working on, because the death timers are so early that, like, yeah, you may have gotten some kills or whatever, but now you have to wait out the next move. And I've definitely been considering, like, thinking of just going for Rift Herald more often first than a dragon.
For the first tower bonus.
For the first tower bonus. The first tower, I think, like, moving over to the first tower bonus gives you better advantage to secure the next dragon. Now, of course, the first dragon's Infernal or something like that. Then,
there's also
maybe
additional benefits that a lot of people don't think about it, because a lot of people think about the gold. So maybe it's not worth it gold for stats, but you unlock that laner and allow them to apply their pressure to the map in other ways, which you can't really put a price on.
The
reason
it's psychological pressure.
Absolutely. The reason that I paused here is because we're about to take this blast cone. Rammus is half health. What we need to do is we need to have our camera forward by either panning forward or clicking on the minimap just to see what's going on while we're running. With that being said, I think this was just a bad decision to jump this wall, because that leads to us dying when we probably shouldn't have been there, because Rammus and Jace were probably both dead.
Like, rule of thumb, just get the dragon and get out, dude. Like, 1 kill after getting a dragon is good, maybe 2. Like, it really just depends, right? But most of the time, dude, just get your objective and get out. And if your team is going in, like, if I see somebody caught, they're caught. They're dead. I can't do anything about that. I'm going to move over to some other area of the map and provide pressure elsewhere.
what did you think about going that deep into the turret to stop the back on Kai'Sa?
Right here?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a little excessive, but she has Fauna Life and she has good sustain. So it's a little questionable, but
if anyone isn't paying attention or doesn't know about Annie, when she has a swirling aura around her, that means she has her stun available. So that's when you definitely want to respect her.
yeah, ooh, that's a good cue. Annie's looking to stun here. Oriana's got the ball. Nice ult. Nice ult. That's good. Yep.
This is actually looking like it makes the case for Orianna support.
I want to see the items again. No, it definitely works. Especially against another caster. Like, this could work against a brand, potentially.
Oh, yeah. Do you think if somebody was playing like an AP Brand or an AP Ziggs bot lane?
Not against Ziggs. Ziggs does too much AoE damage and puts too much pressure on Orianna. I mean, you could play it out, but...
Okay. I know you said you wanted to look at the items, so that's why I paused.
Oh, yeah. What? Okay, so that... I don't really agree with this here. Number one, if I'm not mistaken, standard build for Orianna is Seraph's Embrace, the staff that gives you the mana, and AP, and it also gives you ability haste. At least getting the Mana Moon and then building either Ardent Sensor or a what's the item called?
What does it do?
It gives, so when you shield somebody, it heals them.
Is that the Athene's Unholy Grail? Is that in this game?
Athene's Unholy Grail gives you magic resist, and then it stacks blood, and when you deal damage, and then when you go to shield or heal somebody, it uses all that blood times an AP percentage, and then it heals them.
I can't think of one that you're talking about. That's what I thought.
Anyways, it's a mana item that builds stacks, and at 100 stacks, it's built by movement speed or whatever. But at 100 stacks, when you go to shield somebody, it also heals them.
Okay.
So like, if you really wanted to get technical here, you want to get your tier of the goddess and then finish building your boot enchantment. Or finish building your boot enchantment and then buy your tier of the goddess, because you want to provide either an early redemption or extra shielding when you're fighting in general. It just gives you an advantage. It's a whole extra summoner spell that you're giving your team, and that's pretty standard for most supports. But with Orianna, you can still CC and provide shielding. So getting the early Seraph's Embrace will help with that. It'll increase your AP, it'll increase your ability, it'll increase your mana, so you can just spam your spells.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that's what you want to do with Orianna. You want to be able to like combo quickly. You have to cover a lot of people, a lot of CC. That was good.
Oh yeah, that was a nice save. Well, it wasn't a save.
Yeah,
I wasn't dead there, but
in this scenario, I definitely would have gone boot enchantment and then into an Athene's, or get the Seraphs, the Athene's, so that it gives you the magic resist, or the Seraphs to be able to spam more. But with that being said, Staff of Flowing Waters enables other champions that also have AP damage. So getting it for this team in general doesn't work. Now it does help with MF's ability haste, and she can spam her spells a little bit more often, but it doesn't make enough of an impact. If anything, if you really wanted to go like a different support on. You could even gone to Ardent Sensor, because then that also provides healing and extra shielding.
Yep. Now that I'm looking at the team comp,
also,
Staff of Flowing Waters doesn't make sense either.
Yeah, not in this team comp, no.
This is why I pulled you in for support, because I have not as nearly as much experience as you do.
The Athenes wouldn't even have been good either, because they don't have a lot of AP. It's just the Annie. So she could go like she could have gotten a Banshee's Veil.
Middle turret is under attack.
Yeah, to stop the engage.
To stop the engage and also give you the magic resist and give Orianna health. Because that's usually what you do, is you either build a little bit of health in AP, or you get mana and then you build a health item.
How would you feel about building her as a support, but the traditional way? Do you think you're mana starved or gold starved?
No, because that's what you do with Morgana support. With Morgana, you still build. You can still build a Luden's Echo or a Leandries or whatever, just because her kit and her cooldowns and whatnot are pretty strong right now. That you don't have to rely on those items. But when you use support items on Morgana, it becomes her Black Shield does become a lot more effective. It's nice. Nice kiting back by Orianna. It's good.
Running it back, because part of it, you know, we really need to understand macro decisions. What would you have done differently if you were in her position? Yep.
Pause it?
Yep.
Not much, honestly. The blue team had pressure on the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
MF shouldn't be there. Nasus should have come down a little bit sooner, but MF does have her ult, so she can still provide some sort of pressure here in securing the objective. But Orianna's doing what she can. Like, it's a 50-50, 100%.
Yep.
But Darius is at the Nexus. They have 4v2 here. Nasus is providing pressure there. Like, and the Rammus has, the Rammus has his blue buff. So it's a 50-50, but the favors are in the blue side. So.
Oh yeah, because Master Yi is not even anywhere near this.
No, it's not anywhere near it.
Would you have pinged for MF to go back, or do you think you're too focused on trying to zone off 2 versus 1?
I'm too focused on trying to zone off. I'm definitely like, what the fuck is she doing here?
Yeah.
But you know what I mean, like.
Yeah, no, I saw that and I was like, let me ask Bonds what he would do in that situation.
She has ult up, so she can still like one good MF ult, and that dragon is secured.
Yep. Just as a zoning ult from behind.
Yeah, but she got a little too close up here.
Okay.
So, he drops the bear. Nice ult to help save. Yeah. That's good. Nice maneuvering. Orianna. Nice. Yeah. What's her KDA?
She's 113.
Where
It's
do you see that?
underneath
Oh,
her
there.
image.
Yeah, she should have
Backed off. Yeah.
up.
And we missed that kill. So, for me, right here, as soon as we got, oh crap. Yeah, there was no reason for us to be here whatsoever. We didn't have any vision or anything.
Yeah. Rammus could. Nah.
That's unfortunate that we didn't get that tower hit.
That's what I'm saying, like after objectives, just get the fuck out. They want to take a turret, let them take a turret. Like, you don't have the resources to contest.
Unfortunately, you can't save every dumb decision by a teammate.
You can, usually, like, in the bot lane, going back and clearing a wave is, sometimes you definitely can do that. But past that, even moving up past the river where they didn't have any vision, they didn't see the Yi come in. It's all little things.
just a small thing, like right here, when we know we're trying to shove this wave, use your skills. You do a lot of AoE damage, so if we're just going to auto attack, we might as well shove anyway. And just use your skills. It could be that conservation of mana.
MF could use her skills, yeah, but she's just trying not to. She's trying to shove without
taking CS.
Taking gold from MF. Yeah.
Which I would love if they brought a CS score into this game.
Why did she auto attack the turret? Nice. Okay. Oh, battle.
Yeah, just a small mechanical misplay right there.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard with Orianna.
It is a highly
Could have
skilled
ulted
champion in
herself
this game.
there.
Yeah, I think that's what they were going for, like going back to it.
So you see, that's like, yeah.
Didn't know where the ball was.
MF could have done more auto attacks too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing Yasuo is pretty strong right now, anyways.
Let's see, he's level 12 to level 12. I don't know.
Remus will go answer that. Wow, MF ran. MF ran all the way from top to go get her turret when Rammus is already down there. That's hilarious.
What would you rather have MF done in that situation? Stayed mid?
Stay mid. Stay mid, yeah.
I guess the Darius that's pushing.
Just hang out. They both could have gone mid.
Mm-hmm.
But having MF there would have been just enough.
Yeah, the minion wave wouldn't even got anywhere near that tower.
Yeah.
I think they're typing right now. If not, it's a weird AFK.
Bottom turret is under attack.
Okay, so we're in mid game. Where are we?
This build is off. The Luden's Echo, like, if you want to do damage, yeah, I see that, but you don't have any health. You don't have any sustain.
You think ROA maybe?
Leandries or no, not a Rod of Ages. Leandries or a Ardent Sensor. So if you really want to play the true support, you have the runes. Looks like you have the runes for it and the spells. You don't have a boot enchantment. You don't have a health item. The benefits of the items that you're getting don't really make any sense.
What boot enchant would you go here?
I would probably just go Locket.
Okay, for the shield, for the AoE shield.
Yeah, or Redemption.
Yeah,
you already have Fauna Life and a heal.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you would go Redemption.
That's the item. The Harmonic Echo or whatever. I don't know what it's called. That third item?
Oh, is that the one you were talking about?
Yeah.
Is it Converge? I couldn't tell you. I don't play support.
I would have gotten that second. I would have gotten that item second or first.
Gotcha.
Because it gives you mana, and it gives you cooldown, and it as an added buff to heal your teammates.
See, I don't think there's a lot to actually critique here. I think they're playing fairly well. Obviously, there was that mechanical misplay in the bot lane.
No, I mean they're definitely playing the comp and they're mechanically executing it well. So, just the build, you could be a lot more effective and you can actually sustain your team a lot more. And it's Orianna, so like, you know, any little AP built on her goes a long way. I would have even gone, if you really wanted to be like extra safe, depending on how it was going, you could go Zhonya's so that you don't get Annie ulted or get that Banshee's Veil as a third item instead of whatever they built here.
I know it didn't cost us because we just destroyed everybody, but do you think we overstayed after taking that first tower, or that inhibitor tower?
I mean, not by much. They were all dead. The death timers are high now.
Okay.
So they can clear wave and provide more pressure.
Yeah, I was thinking
Pretty
that
much what
that could have been used
another
to like prep vision for Baron and all that stuff. Sure why.
They still gain advantage of it because they have more people up right now. So now they're all up. They took Baron before anybody else got. The Yi didn't even go to contest. So
Turret lost. Killing spree. Enemy turret destroyed.
That is quite a gold lead, 12k gold lead. I don't think any team comes back from this.
oh, dude, the other day we played a game and
I
we
was
came
watching.
back from the 19k gold lead.
Yeah, I was watching that one. That was actually really good.
That was a crazy game, dude. Yeah, I would just change the build on this Orianna. It'll help sustain you. Maybe you could have avoided 1 or 2 deaths there.
Yeah, that's. I definitely have notes of small micro plays that I'm going to give to them. But I definitely wanted to pull you in for it because you're a lot more experienced in support than I am. So when you start talking support items, I'm like,
Yeah.
you might as well be speaking another language. What did you think of their microplay, their mechanics?
They did well for the most part. They, they protected MF a lot. They poked when they needed to. They were a little conservative in the beginning, but that's because they didn't have a mana crystal or any sort of mana item to allow them to poke a little bit more, provide a little more pressure early.
What I
But
really
for the most part, like she knew to keep the ball on Rammus or keep the ball on MF or, use it to disengage or kill, whatever. Like they're pretty decent at it. So
What I really would have liked to see is when we get our first ability is just put the ball forward. This way you don't have to hit them, you don't have to push the wave, but letting them know that the ball is there, that it can hit them at any point, definitely going to make a big difference in my opinion. It's a mind game. That's really all it is.
you can definitely poke a little bit more, but the thing with Orianna, a lot of it is timing too. So like when you move the ball forward, you still, even though you activate a spell, you have to account for the time it takes for the ball to move back. So keeping the ball closer to you in these fights, it just makes it easier.
Yeah.
But you can definitely like things like that, like throwing the ball forward and then hitting the AoE can provide pressure at certain points.
Okay.
But they were really conservative on their mana too, so that's a lot of why they weren't spamming. And her auto attacks deal a decent amount of AP damage.
That's
Again, why getting a different item build out could have helped with that.
Okay. Yeah, that's just how I'm thinking when I'm playing is I want to try to take up as much footprint as possible. So I'm definitely keeping that ball forward, but everybody plays the game style differently.
Yeah.
I thought it was a solid game all around. Just that one big mechanical misplay in the bot lane with the Yasuo, but it didn't really cost us much other than a death. So Good job. Um,
Yeah.
is there anything else you want to say before we sign off?
No, man. Just have fun and don't be toxic.
Yeah, that's a good one. Have fun. Don't be toxic. All right. We'll see you on the Rift.